Hi, my name is Isabela. I am 29 years old. I am a marketing professional with a technology background from Brazil. I am currently pursuing an MBA at EADA Barcelona. I'm passionate about cooking, about traveling, and I'm really excited to be here. It had always been a dream for me to come to Barcelona. It's, sunny Barcelona. It's an amazing city with a lot of culture and also great for technology professionals. And my main goal was to come to Barcelona. So I started digging some options, and EADA really called my attention, first of all, because of the hands-on methodology that they have. So you really learn by doing, which is something I value a lot. I am a person who values, just being able to working in teams and getting to know people and putting our hands to action. So that was what first called my attention the most. And then I dug a little deeper and I found that they are very focused on sustainability and innovation. They have a very strong set of professors. I reached out to some alumni through LinkedIn and I asked them about their experience. And essentially everyone I talked to said that they made friends for life, they built really strong connections, and that they just had a really, really amazing experience here. So it was a no-brainer. I had to come to EADA. To me, one of the most important things was the fact that they have really rigorous faculty, but also at the same time, teachers and the staff are, even though they are very rigorous, they are really empathetic and they worry a lot about the students. So they're able to, have really deep conversations about where you want to go with your career and your life and where you want to take your future. And that to me was something that really, really called my attention when I started studying. Also the Kobato modules, those are amazing. Those are a very important aspect of the EADA experience, just because you get to integrate with other classmates in a different setting as the classroom. You just make really strong friendships and connections for life. And these connections, I believe, would probably not be as strong if it were in the classroom. And finally, obviously, the Singapore trip. I can't lie, that's just amazing. I'm really excited to do it. We still haven't gone to Singapore, but the whole class is just really, really excited to taking all that we've learned so far to, that experience in another country. One of the most challenging moments to me was when I first joined the MBA. I had to face the challenge with finance class. Finance was a very big challenge for me because I graduated in marketing and I've been working with tech through all of my career. So my hard skills are not with finance. And most of my colleagues have at least studied basic accounting in college, which I didn't. So to me, that was very, very challenging. And I believe that it's such a privilege to be to face this challenge with the kind of support that EADA gives you, because being in this setting, it's just a matter of how badly you want it, because you have the resources, you have the people, you have the support, and not only the physical resources, that you have people to count on and people who want you to succeed. So actually my program director, Ella, she was a huge support to me, because I went to her and I told her, Ella, I'm lost. I don't know anything about finance. I knew that this was going to come at some point, but I'm really struggling here. What do you recommend that I do? And she was very empathetic. She just helped me trace a plan. She advised me on who I could talk to and whose help I should seek. And in the end, I ended up passing my exams. So, it's just, it really is a privilege to have all of the resources at hand and to be able to say that I was the one who did all the work and put in all of the effort and ended up facing this challenge myself. I have had very meaningful conversations with the EADA careers team, also my coach that has been assigned to me by the EADA community, and also a different career coach. So I have a personal coach and a career coach, and also the careers team. And just taking advantage of those resources, which are optional. Not all students have to take advantage of those, but to me that this has been really valuable because they just help me look at my life and at my career in a holistic way. Not just Isabela, the marketing tech professional, but Isabela, the human being that wants to have a better life and taking into consideration where I want to live, the type of work-life balance that I want to have. So that to me is just priceless. It really surprised me that they really look at the individual and the human being, not just the academic part, and it's fun. It's funny because I went to college and I studied marketing, and I was a very good student, but it was a pretty easy course. I mean, there's no other way to put it. I believe it was easy, and I got straight A's, but in the end of the day, I was not doing numbers and like really, really hard stuff. And here I am, and it's a very tough school, and you cannot be late to class. You have to be rigorous with your academic life. So that was key for me to learn. But at the same time, it was so important to have the support of the faculty and knowing that they're going to be tough on you, but they're also going to look at you as a human being and to help you put in the work and strive to be a better version of yourself. So I really am a better person now after going through this process, and it's still not over. So yeah, just thought I'd leave this here. I can't lie, the weather is amazing. Everybody talks about Barcelona weather, and that's for a reason. The weather is amazing, even when it's cold, it's not as cold. So this really brings the aspect of living the city to a whole other level. You're just outside all the time. You want to be outside all the time. You want to meet a friend to work on a project at a coffee. You do it over coffee. You do it sometimes even over a beer or tapas. And that is just amazing to be able to explore the city. You don't even want to be at home most of the times. And I'm a person who really enjoys her alone time, but here in Barcelona, I just want to go out all the time and make friends and get to know people. So that to me, I believe is one of the most important things, which is you're in an exchange program, if you will, or a living abroad experience. One of the most important things is to live the city, and Barcelona just breathes that. You just breathe the culture, and people are here because they want to live the city. So to me, it's just the perfect environment to do that. Yes, there are many students in our class who don't speak other languages except for English, and that is not a challenge at all, I must say. Obviously, I'm speaking from a place of someone who does speak Spanish, so it's a lot easier for me. But everyone is really mindful of including the people who don't speak Spanish, and the people who don't speak Spanish are also mindful of, sometimes Spanish speakers just want to relax and speak their own language, so they don't mind, just as long as everyone's being respectful. The key word here is respect. So to me, that's not a challenge because I speak both languages. For non-Spanish speakers, I would say that it's really important for them to be comfortable enough to set their boundaries and to be transparent when they're not comfortable, and just say to everyone, hey guys, just let's come back to English if everyone's speaking Spanish or a different language, which I believe in my classroom they are. So I think that's a really positive experience for them. And for Spanish speaking students, I believe that most of them are really mindful of, is everyone comfortable in this circle of friends? Is everyone understanding what we're saying? So we just try to keep English the official language if there's at least one person who doesn't speak Spanish or any other language. I am already doing it. So one of the things I learned in this MBA is that you don't need to be a people manager. You don't need to be a people manager in order to exercise your managerial skills. So, for example, I already changed my approach to applying for jobs and my personal branding, which is something that EADA really pushes us to do. I already started doing that since the beginning of the program. I learned that being a manager is is somewhat of a mindset. You can do that in your own home. You can do that in a classroom setting. You can, because it's all about being aware of your surroundings, being aware of people, being aware of people's emotions and goals and how they're feeling and where they want to get, and just considering where you want to take your life and your goals in the setting that you're at. So for example, I'm recently married. My husband and I, we've been married for a year and a half. And ever since I started taking these learnings into my personal relationship, I feel like we get to communicate a lot better, actually. So this has nothing to do with my professional life, but it has impacted my personal life. So personally, I am already doing it. And towards my future, I would say that working on my self-confidence has been a huge thing for me, just because you need to trust in yourself if you want to inspire others, if you want to manage others, if you want to take your career to the next level. And the MBA gives you that, because it gives you the hard skills and also the interpersonal, the soft skills. So it's been a life-changing experience for me, because knowing that I am capable of delivering results to an organization and I'm able to communicating clearly and to inspiring other people just allows me to apply for jobs that I wouldn't have otherwise, that I would maybe be afraid to do, or applying to speak at public events, or, just taking on challenges that require lots of self-confidence. Before coming to the MBA, I worked as a marketing consultant, an account manager, and an account executive, being the three main areas of go-to-marketing teams. So let's say that I was always in tech. So I worked for a small startup, a medium-sized company, and a Fortune 500 company, and in marketing, sales, and customer success. So I have a very holistic view of go-to-market teams. And I came to the MBA looking to learn a bit more about how businesses operate in other areas. So I had the very holistic customer view and customer approach, but I did not have any idea of what went on when it comes to operations management, supply chain, finance, and also the people management role, which is super important regardless of what you want to do afterwards. So right now, being totally transparent, I still don't know what I'm going to do. I do know that I want to remain in tech. I want to go back to the tech industry. I'm looking mostly at roles in the fintech vertical, which is something that I am passionate about. I see a lot of potential, a lot of growth in that area. But regarding the specific role, I'm still not sure what I'm going to be doing. And hopefully I am going to stay here in Barcelona, but we'll see. I would say, first things first, work on yourself right now. EADA looks for participants that bring something to the table, people who are willing to go the extra mile, and not just students, not just people looking to get good grades, because, that's the basics. So EADA is looking for people who dedicate themselves wholeheartedly to what they do, even if they have no background in business. So for example, we have a colleague who is a dentist, and she is a stellar student. She is taking such good advantage of the program. She is just amazing, an amazing student, an amazing colleague, and she has no background in finance or in business whatsoever. So it's just a matter of having passion and desire to make impact, and also knowing how to sell that, because EADA really looks for students who know how to sell their story, and people who are ready to study hard and to make impact. So it's important to know that the program is not easy. It requires a lot of dedication. It's really time consuming. So I know that many people come to Barcelona because they look for the work hard, play hard mindset. which is a reality. You can get that here in Barcelona, but you cannot forget about the work part because it's super important. It's very time consuming. And in the end of the day, you will end up having sleepless nights. And sometimes that might be to study, sometimes that might be to party and to celebrate your conquests after class. And you just got to be willing to bring it all to the table and just dedicate yourself with all that you've got.